Hey everyone, it's Carrie Ann Hamilton here from The Fitness Girl, and I just wanted to do a quick video talking a little bit more about intermittent fasting and not so much about how great it is and how amazing it is for weight loss and fat loss, but more so how it directly affects women and how we have to do it a little bit differently than what we see in the media and what everybody else is opposing out there. So the number one thing with intermittent fasting for women that you have to pay attention to is that it will affect your hormones differently than it will, for the fellas out there who, they just start fasting and that's it. They just start losing body fat. And for what happens with a lot of women is they'll start fasting and then initially they start losing weight and then all of a sudden it completely stalls out, or they start missing their periods, or they get like unbelievably moody. And again, we have very different hormones that affect us differently. And again, if you have estrogen dominance, if you're stressed out, and everybody is this day and age, your cortisol levels are through the roof, so that's going to affect your weight loss progress again. So the number one thing is really just to find a way to balance your hormones while you're fasting. And the easiest way that I found, or the shortcut, if you will, that I found is to do what I like to call pyramid fasting. So instead of just taking a set amount of time, like you're 8 hours, where you're in your eating window for only 8 hours, and it's like a set time every day, every night, and then you're done. Again, that works really great for people that are just starting and they're trying to learn a little bit about their body and how it works and if they're going to lose weight, if they're not. But over time, what happens, again, that process kind of tends to stall out, or it's also really hard to maintain for most people. But what I found that works and is a shortcut and a lot easier to manage is to, like I said, do pyramid fasting. So you basically fast for 2-3 days, and then one day you don't fast at all, and then the next day, let's say, you'll jump right back on, whether it's your 18 hours, 16 hours, 15 hours. And again, changing those variables tends to work a lot better than again, I know we always say to stay consistent in all things, but when it comes to body weight and body fat and losing weight specifically, I've noticed that doing this, up and down like a roller coaster, tends to work a little bit better. The other thing also is going to be your food choices, not so much when you're eating, but what you're choosing to eat while you're fasting. So I'll get a lot of people that say, I'm fasting and I'm still not losing weight. And I'll ask them, well, what are you having when you break your fast? And I'll get like, anywhere from, well, I'm getting a double macchiato, grande from Starbucks with a muffin. And I'm like, okay, well, no kidding. You're not going to be losing weight because now you're shooting your body into, you're spiking your insulin. And again, that's one of these things that's going to affect your fasting success. So you want to choose like lean, lower calories or no calories as your, to break your fast. You want to choose something that's high fat. That tends to work really well as well. But yeah, you gotta give up your double with sugar. And that was one of the hardest things for me because I love double coffee. Ugh. So that was out of the picture for me. But again, for you, you want to choose either black coffee, water, tea. Herbal teas are really great. Green teas, there's antioxidants in there. And the other thing also is if you are not getting the proper nutrients and vitamins. So for women especially, you want to concentrate on getting like your B complexes, your B vitamin, B12, B6. Niacin is also a really good one to help with relaxation and sleeping. Magnesium. Again, is an incredible, supplement to incorporate. And again, you want to have a higher protein, especially if you're going to be breaking your fast, your first meal. Not to say you can't have your coffee with double, but ideally it's definitely not the first thing you want to use when you're breaking your fast. So again, that's my 3 tips that I found that help with your fasting a lot better to help you gain better success. It's a lot easier to do because then you're not like stressed out. You're not spiking your insulin. You're not stressed because you're trying to figure out, did I fast for 8 hours? Has it been 9 hours? Has it been 7 hours? You can start small. fast those days. Ideally, you want to start on a small fast again so that you're not like sending your body going, what are you doing to me? You want to ideally aim for 15 hours first and then gradually move up to 16 hours and then 17 hours. And where I've noticed my clients especially get the biggest amount of weight loss is on that 18 hours. So again, it doesn't mean you have to fast completely continuously 18 hours, but you do want to gradually build up to that, even if you're doing it for one day and then, you go back to a 16-hour fast, and then, the next day 16 hours, and then another day you're doing 14, and then again on that fifth day, let's say subsequently, you're jumping it back up again to 18. So again, that's my tips for today. Hopefully you enjoyed that. If you have any questions, or if you don't think that that's a good idea or good advice, then by all means, absolutely link me up down below. I would love to hear your comments, your feedback. And if you do think that it's something that you would like to try and you want more information, feel free to subscribe, hit the button, the like, and send me a message and let me get you started on this path to easy weight loss instead of hard. Thanks.